that I didn't have time to go all the way through while writing my thesis, but
Yeah.
But you've got all that time travel stuff from last night.
Can we take a zoom on this coral coming up on the right?
Sure thing.
Looks like Caligorgia. That's really cool though, Megan. I have there's an artist in Philadelphia that I've become friends with who does sculpture art largely based on, she started working on it she started working on marine organisms using plankton as models, and she has like these really cool ceramic like enlargements of plankton, and then she came into our lab and saw our corals and like got inspired by the live tissue and made a Lophilia inspired sculpture. So it's really cool. I love working with artists.
Really great.
Yeah, it looks like Caligorgia. And at the base, I think there is a Aplacophorine, which is a type of mollusk. That little worm-like thing at the bottom.
Oh, that's wrapped around it.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is it called?
An Aplacophorine.
As opposed to the polyplacophorine.
Yeah. And they don't have shells, but they are mollusks. And they are found mostly in deep water. We find them a lot on, like, you collect a branch of coral, and then there ends up being, like, an Aplacophorine you didn't even see. So there's a number of collections. There's a scientist I think he's at University of Alabama, Kevin Cosott, who is working on the evolution of that group and resolving their phylogenetic history.
Seems like a very vulnerable existence to be
I know.
without a shell out here.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and push in a bit more if you want.
We're all the way in.
Okay, Roger.
That's
Yeah,
good.
it's small.
Pretty.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
There's an example though of like where the base has really spread out, but the coral isn't like super giant yet.
In a similar vein of these musings, I just think it's really incredible how good nature is at
another Caligorgia.
At symmetry and that we just can't recreate, right? You look at how each of these polyps maximize their surface area for feeding. Or
yeah. Oh, can we zoom on this bushy one?
The yellow one?
Yeah.
Sure.
And is that a Victigorgia?
It does look like, yeah. Good job.
The purple.
Yeah,
man,
I'm getting it.
This is new for our dive, this yellow one.
Is this something we'd want to sample?
Yes, probably.
All right.
Please and thank you.
I think it is true that we are seeing quite a bit more life on the top
at
of
least
this.
10
Yeah.
years back.
And I think that's been a trend.
Yeah, of course.
Probably 15.
You can see the sediment ripples are pretty limited to the area where the rocks are in Argus, so it's kind of like the current is really prominent here and exposing the rocks unlike the flats.
Yeah, let's take a zoom.
Yeah, that is a really cool shot of the ripples there from the Argus cam.
What do you think this coral is, this yellow guy?
Let me take a look at when we get closer.
Sorry, I'm just setting
How
up
many
to...
meters
No,
are we
you're
going
fine.
back?
Oh.
This looks like, could be Swiftia-like.
It's a different thing.
Stand by. Let's try that again.
How flexible is this?
This is flexible, pretty flexible.
So
It
are we
is.
thinking a slurp or are we thinking a...
You could slurp, yeah, you could snip and slurp.
This, you think it's Swiftia, you said?
Yeah, I think it's Swiftia.
It's like a sniff and slurp. All right, Marley, go ahead and push on in. And all the way stable, you can go all the way in on the polyps.
It's like probably that first branch.
Yeah. Look at that color.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow, that's a great shot.
Or I think he's that little crab on the left is a hermit crab that has a anemone as its.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I love those things.
Yeah,
So
they're
cool.
super cool.
Isn't there a crab called like the boxer crab that puts them on the claws?
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They have little like pom poms.
Yeah.
Gloves.
Yeah,
Let
that's
me
a
know if
great
you,
shot. I think
pan
that's.
around.
This is good. We can come out and get ready for a sample.
Roger. Stand by. Waking up the arm made me almost want to hit that coral.
Yeah. The amount of system pressure is definitely lower.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, Jess, you can crank the Z-bias and increase your joy gain, and that should just settle you back out.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right, that is one of the benefits of flying with like a joy gain. Ben, I think the ship did a 060 and not a 160.
Yeah.
Which is fine, we don't need to undo that, but we should step south.
Yeah. You know, I think I called that in. I think I calculated it right.
You want to zoom in a little bit there,
Sometimes I
Riley?
overcomplicate things by adding and subtracting heading from each other.
I would do a 10-meter step south.
That's
Yeah,
good.
got it.
Okay, so we're thinking just move that, sorry.
Yeah, that branch here right above would be great.
This one here?
Yeah, maybe come down just a little bit.
About there?
Yeah.
Get a better grip on that. Flatten out a bit.
Nicely done, Jess. Might have to twist a little bit, yeah. I have a feeling that the yoke has unscrewed some. The
Why do you say
H.
that?
Because you're fully closed, but your jaws aren't fully closed. That's one of the reasons it's not cutting as well. Right, there shouldn't be any gap between the...
Maybe it's also because we're picking up a lot of rocks and it goes back into those and it dulls the blade a bit. I think.
Yeah, but still your jaw's not closed all the way. It happened earlier, even without anything in the jaw.
How about we
You might try
Hitting against
opening a
rock.
little bit and then closing it closer to the hinge.
It's a good thought.
Oh, there we got one. Nice.
Good job, Jess.
Great.
Oh,
I think you're free of the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
all right.
Okay, I'm lined up on flush.
Roger.
Great.
While you flush, I'll take a zoom.
Let's go to 6.
Sure, I'm gonna do a flush first.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
video, you want to go ahead and zoom in there? Yep.
Flushing.
Nice. Looking good.
Think we're
We're
good.
starting to lift.
Nice save. I've zeroed the flush, so you have as much stuff back as possible.
Roger. Thank you. All right, let's try that again.
Okay, we're on 6. We've flushed. We're ready to take a sample.
Hold on, I'm gonna sit down a bit better now. My marble's not letting me stay anymore, is it?
It's okay if you're kind of bouncing around here.
Yeah. All right, Marley, go ahead and push in there a bit.
Yeah, you see your jaws aren't closing all the way.
Yeah. All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Running.
Rudder, gonna gently open.
Based on bubble, you can come in closer.
Yeah, thanks.
A little bit more.
You ready?
Yep, I'm running. That looks good. I saw it shoot into the tube. And it's in the bucket.
Great job.
Collective sound of excitement.
Science is happy.
Science is so happy.
Okay, Marley, go ahead and come forward.
Great. And Asako Matsumoto has joined us in the chat. She is from the Chiba Institute of Technology in Japan, and both her and Steve were keen for a sample of that, as Swiftia is a generally problematic genus, so the more samples, the better the resolution of that phylogeny.
Oh, that's exciting.
I'm still on 330.
Roger.
I have one more sample request.
Uh-oh,
If
hang
we
on.
could
Hold ship.
pop a Niskin.
Roger. How high off do you want?
Just a couple meters, or
Roger.
meter or two.
Going up.
Pop it.
Couple meters. Kind of over these coral heads.
Yeah, yeah. Got a nice bit of diversity here, so
Nice.
Sure thing.
There's even a purple one.
there's even a purple.
You like purple. How about 3 meters work?
Yeah.
All right. That works for me. See if I sit stay.
Yeah, you seem still enough.
Oh,
You're in auto depth though, not auto alt.
yeah.
That looks pretty good.
It's weird that it like jumps down sometimes like that.
we haven't collected any Niskins, so you're good for whatever.
Oh, so we can have whatever Niskin we want. is
You
what you're
can
saying.
pick your numbers
Ooh.
your way. Yeah.
So a Niskin is just a way to sample water on the seafloor.
It's a water clamp.
It's a water, yeah. So it's a bottle that we pull a little string on, and it pops a trigger to close both sides of that bottle. So you get a water sample from right where you want it.
And you guys are going to use this water to do an eDNA analysis?
Yeah, so there's Meredith Everett does eDNA. She's worked with the Nautilus for a couple of years now to collect water samples throughout their expeditions. And they filter them on board, and then filters go back to her. Megan, where is Meredith?
She's at the Northwest Fisheries
7
Science
is the
Center.
farthest
Okay.
back, has not been
in
plopped.
Oregon. It's in Oregon. Or Washington. I think it's in Oregon.
Sorry, eDNA is
It is
environmental
red.
DNA.
Yes.
So we're collecting whatever water's right here and then seeing what fragments or bits and bobbins of DNA are in it.
Correct. And so the idea is that as we refine this practice a bit more, we're able to sample a community without taking physical samples always. So you get an idea of what is around biologically without having to
There you go. Now you're in.
take physical samples
Oh, out.
or even see the
Oh, come
seafloor.
on.
Sometimes
Yeah.
people do eDNA just based off
I
of
don't want to do it towards
water
the
that's
HG,
collected off of a CTD cast.
So why did you go a couple meters above then instead of right next to the community that we were just at?
I mean, we're still essentially next to it. So with the scale of eDNA at this point, we're still in range of what we would be trying to sample.
You did putting this at 078 for the Niskin.
Yep, that's right.
Awkward angle.
Oh, keep spinning. I think you had the right idea. Now you're up.
Okay, we're gonna do this a different way.
Oh.
The clear side is closer to the camera, the red side is farther away.
Yeah. Alright, this takes so much time, I'll go for another one, but let me see if I can get this one.
But you can get this one.
Come on. Does it seem like it's like partially closed?
Nah, it's just the angle.
Angle's kind of crappy, hey?
Yeah, it is narrow.
You can also open the jaw slightly.
Yeah. Big gangly jaws.
There you go.
There it is.
Oh, maybe.
Triggered.
Better. Now my fingers go inside of it.
Now the
Come
finger goes
on.
inside.
Nice.
Sorry, that was
No, you're good.
awkward and slow.
They don't call it drunken bubble for nothing.
Was that 7 or 8?
7.
7.
Just nice.
Looks like a Metallogorgia right ahead of us as well.
All right, so are we done with samples here?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We it was fun. We sampled a Metallogorgia, I think, last dive, and it has really cool geometry to its morphology, and to have everybody wanted to take a picture of it.
Hey.
There was like 4 cell phone cameras
Yeah,
gathered around a Metallogorgia.
It was
it
incredible.
was pretty amazing.
Very beautiful.
And the move was just called in.
We're going to kick off a shift change here, guys, and we'll be right back with you.
Good morning, everyone. We're currently transitioning onto the 8 to 12 watch.
Hello.
Good morning, Nautilus Nation.
Your volumes are all about to change here shortly, so if you're goofy for now, that's about to be fixed.
De-goof us, Ed.
I'm de-goofing right now. Let me activate that.
De-goof me.
All right. Now we're all de-goofed.
Thanks.
Perfect.
Working our way to waypoint 3.
Turn that down. Now I changed that. Waypoint 3, what have they been doing all night?
Crawling along
Looking
that
for
ledge.
rocks.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they got some decent samples from the ledge.
Do we have any space left?
Yeah, and if we have to, we can lose part of that anemone. That would be okay.
Well, I'll catch it and restuff it. Don't worry.
We'll catch it with Mongo.
Yeah.
Beat it into submission.
First. So as I understand it, we're just heading up here to this flat bit up here.
Yeah, let's go to that little...
We are 109 media files into this dive.
Going here first.
Gina in the house. Control 3.
Bridge nav.
Whose gloves? Is that you?
It's me.
It's
Oh.
like we got a
One more step,
Chrysogorgia.
30 meters, bearing 330. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have you been sitting here for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay. Happy?
Yep.
I'm happy.
I
I'm
called in
happy.
another move at 330. We'll go that up to here, and then we'll go up like that.
Cool. So waypoint 3 being moved up to the top of the thing.
Kind of here, and then we'll.
Roger.
Video's all solid.
Herc is hollow.
Data's feeding the IPOD sensor.
Okay.
What is?
Data.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Gina.
I am.
Oh, that's you. Oh, you snatched it from her. Looks like you got beat to the punch there, Gina.
Oh, no worries. It's okay.
She's back there stabbing at it madly.
Why won't this work?
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
So Ed, one of our viewers is curious about how big is each one of those video media files.
Oh, good question.
Well, that is a great question. We record in 3 different formats, so that's a little bit of a hard question to answer. But for our normal files, which are really full broadcast resolution, they're 15 minutes long, and they tend to run nominally right around 16 gigabytes every 15 minutes. So it's not unusual on in 90 days to store about half a petabyte of content.
Wow.
Then we store in 2 lower proxy resolutions. One of those is 174 megabytes, and the other one's much smaller because it's a very small file. The video's 640 by 360, and our nominal size is 1920 by 1080 for the HD, and we are not using the 4K camera on this leg. I hope that's the answer they were looking for, or the information they were looking for.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Sure.
Yeah, so for those of you that are just joining us from home, we're currently making our way up a slope located to the northwest side of Howland Island, one of the units from the Pacific Remote Islands Marine National Monument. Our current depth is 1,879 meters. We started at around 3,000 meters and are hoping to finish the dive at around 1,170 meters.
Oh, just a normal guy.
Is it normal? Looks different. Bulbous head.
Just like the rest of the crew so far, we're focusing on taking observations in terms of the geology of the area And we're specifically looking for high density communities of coral and sponges, and we're also taking samples and observations of all of the associates that might be hanging out close to these ecosystems.
Bridge nav.
So after the mapping last
One
night,
step, please.
we saw, or yesterday afternoon, we saw what, in the satellite estimated bathymetry looked like a very symmetrical mound. It turned out to be a cross-shaped seamount of 4 ridges. They,
That was cool, like a plus sign.
aligned in the cardinal directions. And we got some rocks over here.
Why are they called cardinal directions?
Cardinal points.
Yeah.
It's where yeah, never mind.
Too easy?
I actually don't know the real answer, though.
Oh.
I don't.
I'm wondering if it's related to a church in some manner.
There's that crisp wall we're seeing in Argus.
Look at how crisp that is.
Crisp.
You mean the 30 meter, or sorry, 50 meter one?
No, the 30-meter one. That's the one we're at, I think.
I buy that.
We're at 1878 meters, and the summit's at 1120.
Still planning on deck at...
Yeah, 1800, 1830, 1800 right now.
Yeah.
So that'd be recovering at 17. Start off bottom at 17 or so.
Yeah.
Some nice sand ripples.
Is that indicative of the currents around this area?
Yeah, showing that there's enough current to move some sediment.
Cool.
And this is fairly coarse, I think, coralline sediment, calcareous ooze maybe.
Coral. Couple corals down there.
Are we still looking for zooms on corals and stuff, or are we just...
Yeah, if we've got time, yep. We'll zoom
Sure.
on any corals.
Dead one, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a dead bamboo off to the left. This guy
Yeah.
looks healthy.
Yeah. Could you zoom in, please?
Yeah, coming in. Holding partial.
Was it hydroids on there?
I don't know if they're that or zoanthids.
Or
trying to-
zoanthids is the
trying to
word I was
take
looking for,
over.
yeah.
Can't tell.
I got more if you want to see.
Sure.
Coming in.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Zoanthids trying to take over the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the zoanthids would be the yellow tissue that's on the base of the coral colony, for those of you watching at home.
There's another one of those little ball bearings behind the...
Yeah, I see it.
Right center?
Yeah.
One associate.
Oh, like a type of foram, yeah. The
Bridge
Cool.
nav.
Okay, come on, please.
Alabromidae.
Coming out.
One step.
Yeah, so for our viewer that just asked about what we do after observing some of the organisms, when we come out to sea, we often have scientists ashore and specialists on board as well with specific goals in terms of observational data gathering and sampling. So we are coming out planning to sample certain types of organisms. In this case, it would be mostly coral, sponges, or any species of interest to the community that's back on shore.
You take a look at that one on the right.
Yeah.
It's like a skeleton above it.
Looking at the white one or the yellow one?
The yellow.
I'm not sure the white
Oh, I
one's
see
a
that.
skeleton.
Oops. So
Way to make it quick here.
Chrysogorgia to the top right as well.
Go ahead, Ed. Actually, I lied.
Oh,
We don't
yeah.
have to make it quick.
Holding partial.
That looks similar
Yeah.
to what we just saw. Yeah.
There's your lasers. Let me come up a little now. Paragorgia?
Yeah, the Paragorgia with the zoanthids.
Zoanthids, yeah. Cool.
All right.
Okay, come wide, please.
Coming out.
We got a Chrysogorgia sample earlier. Oh, there's a nice Iridogorgia.
Yeah, it's
Susical.
gorgeous.
Big sponge.
Where?
This big stalked thing. It's a cool looking one.
Oh, yeah.
Branching bamboo.
It's another one.
So we've seen a bit of a change over the 100 meters in depth. Steve Oskovich is saying it was dominated by Hemicorallium, but now it's Paragorgia. You got time to zoom on this one?
Yeah,
I think I can make it.
looks
I
pretty
get a little bit of
big.
momentum, but do what I can.
No obstacles on Argus for
Yeah.
once we clear that wall.
Are we looking for polyp zoom on this guy?
Yeah,
Just a fancy
sure.
one. Okay, Ed, go ahead.
Coming in.
We're looking at bamboo. You can see the darker area, protein-like substance in forming those dark joints.
How often do those form? Those aren't annual, are they?
I don't think it's, no. I don't
Wonder
know
what
the
it's based
growth
on.
rate, but yeah, what causes it to?
Causes it to branch and,
Yeah.
and band, yeah. Get down to the base, and then we'll go up.
Okay, yeah.
Well, this base is a long way down.
Yeah.
This is a
Bridge
healthy one.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a base.
There's a base.
And
one
what's
step.
that to the right? Is that a
Actually,
cur-
can we change the steps to 40 meters? Thank
Come
you.
up, and then I gotta go.
Yep. So shit.
I don't know if
Oh,
you caught that.
lost
Is that
your
what a
focus.
barnacle
Yeah,
is on the
that-
top?
It looked like a barnacle.
Okay, thanks, Ed.
3. There we go.
So the way that barnacles grow, it's kind of wild for me, how they attach to the sediment upside down from their larval stage. So basically they're planktonic during the first few stages of their lives, and they're molting and going through different shapes, and eventually they find a hard substrate that they like and turn upside down and kind of anchor with antenna and glue themselves to the substrate and then start growing a skeleton around them. So basically barnacles are feeding upside down from the water currents, which is kind of crazy.
I can relate.
A good number of bamboo and Iridogorgia up here. You have a ship's move on?
Yep.
So Herc is catching up.
Kind of have a constant move
Yeah.
with all these steps.
I was just zipping with the layback from that coral zoom. And now I'm good.
So Ed, your answer about the media files kind of sparked some interest in another viewer.
Sure.
So they kind of wanted to go a little bit more into depth in terms of storage. They're a little bit curious about the storage array used to store all that data, and how long do we keep those high quality files or high definition
Yeah,
files
so
for?
the
Take a
workflow
zoom
for
on that.
media
Yeah, we
files,
can.
let me grab this organism
Yeah.
and I'll answer your question.
Go ahead, Ed.
Okay, it's just a whole lot of
Crinoids
whole
on
lot
the
of
star.
crinoids.
Yay.
Thank you.
All right.
So it's a bit of a tricky or complicated issue. The cameras that we use have a data rate of 1.5 gigabits per second, which means every 8 seconds you would need a gigabyte of hard drive space to store that, or storage space. So we compress that down using a codec called Apple ProRes, which is a visually lossless codec. It's great for broadcast and resale and whatever, repurposing. Those are about 147 megabits per second. We also store on those two other codecs, the proxy codecs. And we record 2 cameras at a time, the Herc and the Argus Zeus.
We zoom there?
On the coral?
Yep.
What's that stick-looking thing on the right? Is that a weird rock?
Yeah, I think it's a stick.
That's got to be
But
rock.
where'd it come from?
Maybe a dead sponge. Anyway, we can zoom on the coral. Go ahead.
Yep. I got a little more. A lot more, actually.
That's dense.
Yes, it is. Looks like a piece of coral stuck in the coral.
Yeah. Like it's bent over and healed or something.
Yeah.
Weird.
Irony of ironies. Good?
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
So all of that content goes into a 100 terabyte RAID 50 array here, so 1/10 of a petabyte. And our digital asset protection scheme is such that we take those files, they're copied to another RAID 50, or a RAID 5, I think. And then each file is independently written to 2 different LTO archival tapes. When we hit port, one of those sets of tapes goes to our facility at the University of Rhode Island, and another stays here on the vessel until that one's transferred over. We use XX-64 checksums to verify our file transfers, that we've exactly transferred the files, and we run reports on that. And then once we get, and then the files that go to University of Rhode Island get transferred from those LTO tapes onto 2 different RAIDs. And then once that whole process is complete, we know that that file has been protected.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Because it's hard to do a reshoot on the stuff that we're imaging.
Definitely.
I think it's amazing that tapes are still a viable option for data storage.
LTO tapes are the industry standard in data centers and in video.
Yeah, it's wild, isn't it?
The cassettes are actually sealed, so there's no way for dust or anything to get in there. And you write to the tape through the case.
Oh, cool.
Hard drives are not or solid state drives are not long-term storage.
Are not
medium.
or are now?
They are not. You
Gotcha.
cannot use those for archive.
Even solid state, really?
Yep.
Was that a nodule back there? Crusted in...
Back where?
just down a little. It's this short little jaunt.
I wouldn't expect him up here, but it could be a nice
Might have just been a
crusted
shiny basalt. That
basalt.
right there.
Oh, yeah, that's
just,
crusted.
Yeah.
Big one. Big
Yep.
knob.
Caught it right at the last second. So.
Whatever the big white thing is coming up in Argus view.
Oh yeah. My guess is a sponge.
Could be, yeah.
Wow. Take a look.
Looks like a coral, maybe.
It's pretty big.
It's like a big,
yeah.
big sponge.
Yeah, for that sponge, it's big.
That's cool.
Yeah, let's frame it up.
It's like a nose
You bet.
cone.
It does look like a nose cone.
And then we'll take a look at the coral next to it, to the left.
Sure, let's start at the coral because that's closer to us.
Yeah.
I'll pause for a moment.
Sure.
These look like we're gonna image them for a little.
Yeah.
The sponge is cool.
Sponge is
It
really
is.
cool. I'm excited for that one. Start over here.
Black
Glad we
coral
have
to the
something
left.
for these guys to look at during breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, the brittle just leap off of there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Ed.
Wow. All right, coming in.
Still base jumper with his arms up.
Yeah.
I love that. I think
The
it's so
chute
funny.
did not open.
Yeah.
There's another one.
He looks okay. Oh, except for that arm.
Aw, that
Oh.
one's lost part of its arm. Not right now, but it seems to be regrowing it.
And they're
Trying to
just-
grab on. Unsuccessful in that regard.
My screen just went dark.
All right, I'm
Part
going
yours
to
did?
transition over
Yeah.
to the...
I mean, my monitor,
The computer or the large video?
computer. It's
Wow,
on.
they're just diving off of there.
They don't want
Yeah.
to be there, yeah.
Is that from us?
I think they feel us and don't like it. This is cool.
It's like a satellite dish.
Yeah,
Catcher's
Trying to-
mitt.
trying to communicate.
Or like
Awesome.
one of those, you guys don't remember. Emma might, those chairs from the 70s you would hang from your ceiling.
I've seen those.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, those are still in style.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Dr. Evil chair.
What are they made out of? What was that furniture? Wicker or whatever?
Not
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah, do you think you could take a look at this?
Yeah. We
I mean, monitor issue.
Oh, yeah. It's off? Hold on just a sec.
It's on, but it went dark. Yeah.
This is cool. Yeah, you could totally sit in there.
Huh. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, that's bizarre.
Pretty flat.
Did the button get pushed?
Flat enough up here that I think we're okay. Although, what's Argus is heading? We're going through. No, yeah, we're still okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, I'm going to go right around. I think we're good with the tether.
I'm going to do a little push while you do this, if it's all right.
Sure. Do you want me to pirouette back there, Ed?
I think the front was had a bit different of a lattice structure, so maybe.
Look at
Yeah.
that pattern. That's really cool.
Look how it diffuses the lasers.
Yeah, that's wild, actually. Doesn't absorb it like the Halothorian did.
They sampled something like this on the Line Islands cruise. I guess
Coming out.
NA110.
It's like
All
a
right.
giant seashell.
Nice look. Yeah.
Yeah. See that like
Gorgeous shot.
structure there? It's like kind of
Or, yeah, it's very tiered,
tiered.
sedimentary.
Well, why don't
There's
we
system on the
sample a
bottom.
piece of this since we're here?
Sure, we can do that.
Yeah.
Slurp.
There's a little piece right down at the bottom that curves up.
Yeah, that
I
might
see
be
it there right in the middle.
snippable.
Yeah.
Snip and a slurp. Or just a slurp. Depends on how rigid it is.
Get a spot for this.
I don't think I have to back out.
No, I think you should be okay.
We
Can
could
we
put
get
it
any
next to a
examples?
rock.
Sure.
I just don't know how floaty it's going to be. Slurp might be
Slurp might be a way
Oh,
to go.
okay.
Snip
What
and
am
a
I on?
slurp.
I gotta redo this. This is not working out. I'm on the cow catcher.
Don't want to get in another situation where we can't open a thing. But if we're running low on slurps, then what's our status with that?
Science, do you think
We
those...
have one slurp left.
No.
One
7.
slurp left, and
Could put in the forward starboard bio box.
we could try putting it in this one of the starboard bins, but then it just kind of like could be likely floaty. I don't know. What's the starboard bin? I mean, I guess this would be different enough. You could just put it in there, but in any of them, maybe. But
Science, do you believe those lines along the growth of the sponge are equivalent to the growth rates?
I gotta go over
related to, I don't know.
Or related to it, yeah.
When we get a chance, we'll also zoom on the
That's a-
small guys on the rock.
It's a good
beneath
guess.
It looks like maybe Chrysogorgia.
It does look like little puffs of Chrysogorgia.
There's so much light coming off of that thing.
Oh man, yeah. Good luck, Ed.
It's actually pretty good right now. Nice. We should get a shot without lasers. It's kind of cool.
Quite close in. This is gonna be tricky.
Right, just
You-
open the jaws. You're already there.
Yeah. You wanted to zoom on something there, Emil?
After we're done.
Yeah, after you sample, we'll take a look at the, I think that's Chrysogorgia at the base.
And where we decide this is going?
Can I put it in with the rock?
We could put it in E.
Oh,
The starboard E, because it
Yeah.
just has a rock, and F also
Starboard
has a
E.
rock, so if you just open it up a little bit, nothing will float out.
Starboard E.
Should be soft.
Ready for a jump?
Kaboom. I'm alive.
All right, so
Let's do the coral cutters, slice through that.
I think I'll get like this piece right here.
Yeah.
That sound okay?
Let's see.
Could you please tip
Yeah,
up and bubble?
It's kind of sticking out.
Yeah, good there.
What's the sample number?
079.
079. Wow, they've really
We
done some
left
work.
at 6.8.
Yeah.
Say again?
No, we're good.
Talk about sample numbers.
Oh. Let's try there.
Looks like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very
Is there any
gammy.
other bins? Like, so we're gonna put this in E, right?
Yeah.
Do you suspect that we'll be opening that drawer much?
No, it's pretty
No.
full, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Just wondering.
Give you some
Filled
laser
up.
action
Filled
on
this
that.
one up pretty early. This
Okay, yeah, there
this
you go.
dive.
There's
Oh,
lasers.
like a Halloween costume.
And you want to zoom in, Ed?
Yeah, I do.
See the structure of
Give me
it.
just a second.
This is the impossible to image thing.
Yeah, you should see my focus monitor. It's completely black. The thing that tells me if stuff's in focus or not.
It has no idea.
It has no idea.
Okay, can I get
Alright.
preset 4, please? And you can
No.
come wide. Is anything else in E or F, Echo or Foxtrot, going to float out when we open that?
Nope, they're just rocks.
Just rocks. Perfect.
They rock.
This will float though, probably. So maybe
Yeah.
I'll, while I have this here, I'm gonna secure that thruster. 29.5. So
One
if
of
I
those
go
white, long, linear objects at the base of this.
Yeah, some sort of spicules or something.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So remember that
Okay.
really cool ghost-like diphtheria jelly that we
Oh,
took
no.
a look at a few days
yeah, I
ago?
think we're just
Not this
releasing
again.
that. Oh, where'd
Yeah,
that
the
go?
video just came out.
I'm full wide.
Oh my gosh, not this again.
Follow that in bubble at all?
Let's see if
Just get
that'll
another
come
snip.
towards us.
Might have to.
We'll go back home.
It might settle in there.
It's gonna be out of reach.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
That was a break.
There's your bottom jaw.
Oh, I got a piece of it again.
Bonus sample.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this quick then.
Go ahead.
Thanks, George. Always
So
helpful.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh
it's,
man,
it's
I'm
the
just gonna
cor-
keep whatever's in there.
it's very
The
soft.
coral cutters are
The coral cutters
Cutting
are
it.
cutting.
Yeah.
They're
almost
doing
like
their
they're
job.
designed for that, yeah. Oh man, there's gonna be not much left by the time we get over there. There is some though, so it's still useful. Okay, you
Yeah.
can give me starboard salvo, please. Stand by on opening that. Is this enough sample?
Yeah, and if maybe we'll be able to pick up a piece that
Yep.
fell. We'll see.
Okay, you can open it. Just part way. Good there.
Yeah. Definitely seemed like a slurper.
Yeah.
Huh.
Come on. That part is
It
part
looks
of the
like there's
jaws
a
now.
piece down there, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
Smear it off somehow.
Yeah. Right in that little...
The sponge smearing zone?
almost. Yeah, there it is.
Go down.
Okay, you can close that. Thanks.
All right.
Shout out to Scott Collins that's currently watching right now. He was an ambassador during the first leg of the cruise this year.
Hey, Scott.
You want another piece, or what?
I think there's a piece right in front of it that fell.
You want me to grab it?
If you can, yeah. Or would slurping it be easier?
Well, slurp, that's going to fill up another bin, and we're...
Yeah, we've already got it on the starboard side. We
Oh,
could try
okay.
adding to that if you want.
Yeah.
It's kind of a small piece.
Yeah.
This
might-
piece?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
These jaws sure do decimate.
Yeah, it's a very soft sponge.
Yeah.
It must be, what, a couple meters across?
Yeah.
Almost.
Okay, starboard,
Meter and a
please.
half.
You could wash your car pretty quickly with that thing, though.
And box open.
If it doesn't dissolve first.